Baloo. Are you ready to have your feet done? I see you've been playing with fences again last night, haven't you? Cheeky boy. Where's your ear? What are you doing with your ear, silly boy? Right, come on, let's get you in. Get your footsies sorted. All right, are you going to be a good boy? You look a bit fidgety today, don't you? You look a bit fidgety. He's molting like crazy as well. I've just given him a quick flick over with a brush and then he shook. And then all of this has come loose again. I think it's going to be a bit of a losing battle, that one. So, welcome to another video, guys. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you our... Oh, yeah, he's being rude already. I'm going to be sharing with you our current hoof care routine with Mr. Blueberry here. So for anyone who doesn't know Blue, he's got really bad feet. So he's had he's had hoof wall separation for as long as we've had him. We've kind of been trying to treat it. We've had varying levels of success, but we've never really fully got on top of the problem. And I think the reason that he gets hoof wall separation all the time is because he's got kind of like chronic ongoing white line disease, sometimes referred to as seedy toe. It's basically when you get a bacteria or a fungal infection going up inside of the hoof capsule, and it kind of like eats away at the, don't swing your buttons me, it kind of eats away at the inner layers of the hoof. And I've been doing a lot of research into that lately, somewhat unintentionally. So the reason all of this kind of came about and the reason this new routine came about is because Blue went down with a mild case of laminitis a month and a bit ago now. He's doing really, really good. He's well on the road to recovery on that one. I'm actually thinking about taking him out in the field and just trotting him up in the next couple of days or so. Like, he's been sound for a couple of weeks now. But I just want to trot him up, see how we're looking. Hey, are you going to be nice or are you going to bite? You're in a funny mood. I'm not sure if I trust you. So yeah, he's definitely moving in the right direction with all of that. What are you doing? See, he licks and he kisses, but then he'll chomp as well. So I'm always a bit nervous when he does that. Yes. You can be a bit thuggy still, can't you, my darling? Can you back up a bit? Back. Yeah, good boy. He's like, are we going to do this or what? So, hey, that was teeth. See, that's why I don't trust you, you little bugger. So all of this new routine that I'm doing kind of came about as a result of his laminitis. So after much research and much delving into the weird and wonderful places on the internet, I have found a few tips and tricks which have been helping us get on top of this problem. I feel like his feet are moving in the right direction, so that's a good thing. Now I should say this isn't intended to be like a how-to video. I'm literally just sharing what I've been doing. There seems to be mixed opinions on some of the things that I've been doing. There seems to be people doing other things. It's kind of like, it's one of those things, like with every problem that comes up, there's 100 different ways of dealing with it. And doesn't necessarily mean that any one way is right or any one way is wrong. You've just got to kind of play around with things and figure out what works best for you. You are such a twit. Do you know that? Yes. This is what he's like when you stand with him in the show ring. Like, it's just difficult, aren't you? Yes, you're difficult. You're a troubled child, aren't you? Right, I'm going to go get his hay because he should hopefully settle down there. And it's been in there for quite a while now. It should be soaked enough. And I'm going to start showing you what I've been doing. There was a wasp trying to land on me then. I'm going to start showing you. Oh my goodness, this video is just chaos already. Stop eating the fences. Why are you like this, Blue? Right, he's happy now. That hay net is sopping wet, as you can see. Although well positioned over the drain, that's quite handy. Normally I'd let it sit there for 10-15 minutes to drain properly, but he's today, aren't you? Yes, you're impatient, so you can have drippy hay. Right, so what I'm going to do, show you guys what I've got going on over here first. This is this is basically, hello Tia, are you modelling for me? This is basically what Blue's day looks like now. So this is all the stuff I've been using. Yes, it's covered in crap. Like, I think that's actual poop on there. Yeah, he pooed on me the other day when I was doing one of his back feet. Like, he pooed right on me. It was not pleasant. Like, maybe in the middle of winter, if it was like -2, it would have been nice, but it was just warm and damp and wasn't the nicest thing ever. So there's actually poop on that. I did debate cleaning all of this stuff before making this video, but I was like, why hide the reality? This stuff is covered in filth because I use it to clean his filthy feet every day. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, you know? I can't be that person. I won't be that person. I will not sugarcoat stuff. So yes, my stuff is covered in filth. Live with it. If you don't like it, go watch somebody else's video. I don't have time to clean this stuff every day just for it to get covered in filth again a couple of hours later. So, all sorts of stuff going on here. This is an absolute, oh, this is a back saver. So Ian got me this a couple of weeks ago because I was really struggling with his feet. I love it. It's so good. Farriers. I have so much respect for farriers. So our farrier actually asked us to start rasping Blue's feet in between trims a few years ago, just to try and help keep on top of the bits of his hoof that peel off. And instantly at that point, I was like, why? Being a farrier is hard, like really, really hard. I actually don't know how they do it. Like, I really don't know how they do it. It is backbreaking. So that has been a game changer for me. So that's his hoof stand. I'm going to put his foot up on that in a minute. I use this one for rasping his feet. So he'll stand on this one like that, and I can get around and tidy his feet. And he puts his foot on that one so that I can work on the underside of his feet. And all of this is lotions and potions that I've been spraying on his feet. So we've got Hibby Scrub here. So he's been having his feet cleaned with Hibby Scrub. Peppermint oil, because that is also very good. But actually this stuff has got peppermint oil in it already. So I haven't been adding any more. The other Hibby Scrub I had didn't have it in, so I was putting some extra essential oils in it as well, just to really clean it. So he's been getting foot washes, and then he will get one of the many concoctions here sprayed on his feet afterwards, after a very good cleaning. So the first thing I do, I should probably get my tripod out actually, so I can stand you guys up and you can watch properly, because I'm going to need both hands for this. Be right back. Okay, I do not appear to have any of the right fittings here for my tripod because I'm a muppet. So I'm going to try a little bit on body cam and we'll see how we get on with that. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I might just have to stick you guys on a chair or something like that. I mean, I always used to do that and it worked well enough. T, I need you to back up, please, honey. Good boy, Blue. Well done, Bubba. All right. He's actually getting really good at this, so it took us a little bit of practice to get used to using the stand. So the first part of his daily routine is that we give his feet a seriously good clean, and I mean a seriously good clean. So I got myself this brush. It's only it's less than a month old, and look at the state of it. That's how much I've been using it. I don't know where it's from. It's from there. What does that say? Borstic? Borstiq. But anyway, it's a barefoot hoof cleaning brush, and it is absolutely fantastic. Like, I've used hoof brushes before, but this one, oh my goodness, this one's awesome. The only thing is that leather tag kind of annoys me. I'm tempted to pull that off. I mean, I know why it's there. It's for hanging it up and whatnot, but it kind of gets in the way and irritates me a little bit, so I might chop that off later. So give his feet a good pick out, and then I give them a really good brush. And this is the bit that I've kind of always done. So I've always given his feet a really good clean out, and then I would normally put iodine on it or purple spray or something like that. I use stock and tar quite frequently on our horse's feet. So I have been doing this over the years, and it has been helping. But there's another bit that I only recently learned about that I'm hoping is going to be the game changer. Is that not quite in the right position for you? So I do struggle to position this. He is quite a fidgety horse. I kind of have to move the stand around as he relaxes and maneuvers himself, because otherwise he'll slide off of it, or you'll knock it over or so. I mean, he's blue. What do you expect people? It's blueberry. He is nothing if not a challenge. Okay, so we've got a relatively clean foot there. Now, one of the problems with Blue, with his crappy feet, is that his white line is always really soft and it always picks up stones. And I've always picked them out. So there's like a few stones up in there. I'll try and show you guys. There's a few stones up in here, which you can probably see. And in the past, I would always just kind of like scoop these out with a hoof pick as best I could. And that would be it. So, you know, I'd do that. I'd get that stone out of there, and, you know, that would probably be it. I have since learned that when you get hoof wall separation and white line disease, that is just kind of like the surface of the problem. And this is what I mean when I say I've just been scratching the surface of the problem. You're a bit fidgety, aren't you, my dude? You're rocking the stand. So we've got ourselves one of these. I actually don't know what this is. Ian got this for me. He's my enabler, bless him. I have a problem and he finds me the tool to fix it with. So these, I think they might be woodworking tools or something. Should we move this back a bit? You're just a little bit fidgety, aren't you? I don't think it matters where I put it today. You're going to rock it anyway, huh? Yes. So I've got one of these little picks. Some people use like dentist tools and stuff like that. And I've been using this to clean out as much filth as I can. And this is kind of been the game changer, because I could not believe how much filth was up in these cavities that I didn't even realise were here. And I mean, it makes perfect sense now. Obviously, I've learned a lot more about it over the last couple of weeks. And it makes perfect sense. Like, if the outside of the hoof wall is splitting and separating out, it's because you've got something going on the inside. And what's going on the inside is you've got this infection, whether it be bacterial or fungal, eating away at the inside of the hoof capsule. And then you're getting all this muck and this filth packing up in there. And it's causing the outside of the hoof to just flare out and break off. And I said, we've been treating the outside of the problem. But what I really needed to be doing was getting all of this filth out and treating the inside of the problem as well. Treating the problem on the inside of his feet. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I'm not going to lie, when I first came across this as a method for dealing with the problem, I kind of pooped my pants a little bit, because I was like, oh my God, what if I hurt him? Like, I've always been a bit cautious, even with rasping him. I've always been a bit worried that I'm going to hurt him, that I'm going to poke something I'm not supposed to, that I'm going to cause him pain or cause him a problem. And I've since learned that I don't need to be anywhere near as worried as I was. Right, that's feeling pretty good. Let's get my brush in there again. So that was quite a lot of muck that came out of that, those little cavities that he's got in his hoof wall. That was quite a lot of filth up in there. And by doing this, by cleaning all of that out, I can get all of those treatments. I can get my iodine, my hoof spray, whatever I'm using. I don't really know if it matters particularly what you use, as long as you're using something that's antibacterial, antifungal. And I've been using a combination of different things in the hopes that at least one of them will do what I need it to do. He's got bits of purple spray on there, he's had iodine in here, he's had stock and tar, hippie scrub, you name it, I've been using it. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. I give that a really good scrape out, a really good clean out. Can you be trusted to keep that there for a sec? Good boy. And right, I think I'm going to have to use this, because I think I wiped out what was left of my iodine yesterday. I think I finished it off. Right, what if, because you keep rocking it that way, don't you? Should we do that today? Is that going to be a bit more stable, do we think? Let's try that. It really is. Like, I just have to keep moving it around until I find a place that he settles, and he never fully settles, so. Right, just making sure it's extra clean as I can get it. And then I'm going to go up in here with my Hibby scrub. Now obviously this is going to kill off loads of germs, loads of nasties, and I'm going to spray it up into those cavities to try and wash out anything that I may have missed. Sorry if I'm splashing you guys, I just got a face full of that, you might have as well. The amount of times I've got this stuff in my eye over the last week is unreal. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily the Hibby scrub that hurts my eye, but the peppermint oil that's in it definitely hurts my eyes. I do not like that. Let's get goggles or something. So this is what I've been doing. I've been getting through probably a bottle of this a day. It's diluted, obviously, with water. And I literally just clean out all of it. And yes, literally every day I've been doing this. Yeah, right up in there. Right up in that cavity. Clean his frog off as well. Make sure there's no thrush or anything lurking in there. Right. A little dry. Lovely jubbly. And then I'm going to go up and I'm going to put whatever my weapon of choice is. My weapon of choice today is this stuff, Footmaster. Always use this stuff. Our farrier recommends iodine. Like I said, they both kind of do the same job. And I've run out of iodine. I've got through, in the last couple of weeks, I've got through several cans of this and several bottles of iodine. So I've really been going for it with the product. I really want to nip this in the bud. So again, and I like the applicator on this because it's got that really small nozzle. I can shove it right up in that crack and make sure I get it right up in there. And this, like I said, I think is where I was going wrong before. I was treating kind of like the outside of the problem, but I was never getting right up inside of these cavities and treating whatever was going on up in there. So hopefully this is going to make a difference now, and his feet will improve over the next few trims. He's actually got a trim in a few days' time. Oh, he's wobbling a little bit. He's getting sore, bless him. It is hard work for him keeping his foot up like this. So he's got a trim in a few days. Hopefully we'll see some good results after this trim. And I'm going to keep this up for as long as it takes. I am a very, very stubborn person. Good boy. Can I have my stand back? Blue, you stood on the stand. Good boy. I'm a very stubborn, very persistent person when I want to be. When I get a bee in my bonnet about something, you damn well better know I ain't backing down. I'm not going to be backing down with this. All right. And as you can see, his foot, like, it's just stained purple. Now, I actually rasped his front feet the other day because he had some really bad curls coming. I left his backs because they weren't quite as bad. And like I said, the farrier's coming in 3 days, so I don't think I'm going to touch them now. Just because I don't want to be removing any hoof non-professionally, when I could wait for my farrier to do a much better job of it. Look at the state of me. This is literally my life at the moment. This is how I look. I go to work looking like this. Oh dear. Some days I'm purple with this, and some days I'm orange with iodine. It's great fun. So I have also been treating the outside of his hoof wall. I don't know if that's a conventional thing to do or not, but that's what I've been doing. And the reason for that is because Blue's always had these like crazy ridges on his feet. And do you know what? They're actually starting to go a little bit now. He's a very fungusy horse. You're a very fungusy boy, aren't you? And I tried to do some research into what causes the vertical ridges on horses' feet. And most of what comes up talks about like horizontal ridges on the horse's feet, which is obviously growth rings, which is to do with, can be an indication of like laminitis and stuff like that, and changes in feed, basically changes in the hoof growth. You can see that in the hoof rings as they grow down. But he doesn't get like horizontal hoof rings. He gets vertical ones, like very, very vertical ones. They go up. And that's that also makes the problem of his feet splitting much worse, because the splits quite often follow those vertical ridges that he's got. And I couldn't find an awful lot of information about it. And I stopped one day and I scratched my head and I thought, well, okay, what happens when you get fungus in a human toenail or a human fingernail even? You get ridges in it, don't you? You get vertical ridges. And I've seen some really manky toenails in my time, and most people must have. I mean, you get like a really fungusy toenail, it goes all ridgy and raised, doesn't it? And I kind of thought, well, what if that's the same thing as what's going on with his feet? What if he's just got ridges in his feet because of a fungal infection? Which obviously we know he's got, because he's got this white line disease ongoing. So I've been doing the outside of his hoof wall as well. It seems to be helping. I'm happy that we're moving in the right direction. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to do his other 3 feet exactly the same, like literally exactly the same. And what I might do, actually, is just do a little conclusion to this video in a few days' time once our farrier's been out, and can show you guys what his feet look like after he's had his trim, and whether or not we've kind of made a difference. So hopefully you guys got to have a good look at the bottom of his foot while I was doing that. And that's obviously, I mean, it's kind of difficult because it's purple at the moment. But yeah, you can see there's a huge crack going up there. That's slightly alarming. I'm not very happy about that, actually, because that's up to here. I mean, that's the majority of his foot, which is really not good. Yeah, we'll see what Farrier says about that when he comes out. But yeah, this is what his feet look like currently. And yeah, it'd be interesting to do a little follow-up once he's had his trim. So yeah, I'll jump back in a few days' time and show you guys where we're at then. You okay, Smiler? You're just smiley, aren't you, huh? You smiley dog. Smiliest dog in the world. Yeah, you are. Oh, hello guys. Jumping back in to finish this video. I'll apologise in advance. I look like crap. I look like crap because I feel like crap. It's just been a really bad month for me. But I have some really good news, and I really wanted to go ahead and film it and share it with you guys, because it's like Blue's feet are looking really good. So he had his trim yesterday and he's eating his dinner at the moment. I'll show you guys in a sec once he's finished eating his dinner. I dare not deprive him of his food. But yeah, we've got some really good results for our efforts. Like really good. Okay, so I've just done 2 of his feet. I've got 2 left to do. So I kind of wanted to show you the before I cleaned it and the after I cleaned it. But this is what his feet look like after his trim yesterday. It was amazing. Look, I mean, they're purple because, you know, he's getting covered in all sorts of antiseptic, antifungal stuff every day. So I'm not gonna lie, my farrier did raise an eyebrow when he saw the colour of Blue's feet, but when he started working on Blue's feet, and he saw the results of them, of what we've been doing, I don't think he minded the purple feet anymore at that point. But yeah, this is what we're looking at, and this is amazing. I mean, look at the shape of them. I'll try and do like a split screen and show you what his feet looked like a month or so ago after his last trim. So I took some photos of his feet it was about a week or 2 after his last trim. It was around the time he went down with laminitis. It was when I was measuring him up for his hoof boots. So I'll put those photos in next to this. But look at that. I mean, aside from the fact that they're purple, that is a very beautiful foot. And his backs are looking amazing as well. There's a tiny bit of heat in that. So the vet did say yesterday she thought his feet were a little bit warm, but I didn't think it was anything out of the ordinary for him. I think because of their feathers, their feet just feel warmer. But he has been a tiny bit footy. He's getting his willy out. That's appropriate. This is one of his back feet that I've just cleaned out. I've literally just picked it and brushed it. I've not done this yet. As you can see, look how tiny the cavity is. So what normally happens is our poor farrier comes out to trim Blue's feet and he ends up cutting away so much damaged hoof where these cavities have just spiked way up into his hoof wall and caused so much damage. But I think by doing what I've been doing, by doing this, and by getting the Hibby scrub up in there, and by getting the antiseptic, antifungal stuff right the way up in here, I mean, you can see there's still a cavity here. I mean, look at all the crap that's coming out of it. But nothing like what it normally is. And as a result of that, he's managed to keep a hell of a lot more of his hoof following on from this trim, which is going to make him a hell of a lot more comfortable. It's going to make us a hell of a lot happier. But yeah, this is, I mean, you can still see there is still clearly a fungal infection going on up in here. You can see how flaky it is. But that is, I mean, look how pretty that is. And look, we've got beautiful frog here. You can see where he's had thrush eating into it here. But all in all, that, I mean, this for Blue is a very, 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 very pretty foot. And I'm very happy with this. Very, very happy. Looks absolutely amazing. And look at the shape of it. It's held its shape. It's not soft and falling apart. That's so cool. Right. So these are the front foot. I'll just give this a real quick clean out and then I'll show you guys. But yeah, this is looking amazing as well. Absolutely amazing. Check out that beauty. How gorgeous is that? It's amazing. And again, we've still got these small cavities here, but there's hardly anything. Like, oh my goodness. Honestly, I crouched down on the floor when our farrier was doing Blue's feet. And I just watched, and I was watching him peel away all these layers of cruddy hoof. And then underneath there was this beautiful, healthy hoof. And I was just like, oh, it's magic. So yeah, this is where we're looking. As you can see, the cavities on this hoof are all but gone. There's very, very little here to clean out. Very, very little. What a difference. Look at the shape of his foot. And look how healthy all this is looking compared to how it was looking a couple of weeks ago. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, for anybody who's interested as well, this is what his heel bulb injury now looks like. He seems to be getting a lot of like keratin buildup on it. But yeah, that's... Oh, I'm sorry. Did I take too long? My apologies, sir.